What's up, everybody? We are now live for the SOS podcast. It is I, Tenzin, one third of the SOS. How's it going? Yeah, I always give it like a little 5 minute grace period when I'm waiting on B or a guest. So that's why I'm a little late. You know what I'm saying? But it's done on purpose, which I know you expect 8, but I mean I'm pretty sure you see the little thumbnail that says upcoming. So that's pretty good. I was just watching a video by a person named Dead Domain, and yeah, they were talking about, I guess, people getting upset at gay marketing in Dungeons and Dragons, which yeah, I mean, that is kind of weird. I mean, I personally don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but from what my homeboys tell me, all you need is some dice and your imagination. So it's not like anybody's telling you to, do gay stuff in your stories or whatever you call them, campaigns. So yeah, that is strange. That is definitely strange. Yeah, man. Shout out to the folks over in Jamaica. If you're here in America or any place in the world and you have Jamaican loved ones, I definitely have you in my thoughts for sure. Wow, man, Category 5, and I heard well, the last time I checked, which was earlier this afternoon, the death toll was 25 in Haiti. So yeah, man, all in my thoughts there. What up, B?
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Still keep having technical difficulties. I think it's because my laptop is old, but we in here now.
Oh yeah, that's all good. My laptop decided it wanted to update itself before the show. I was like, why isn't it turning on? I was like, what the fuck? But it's all
Yeah,
good. It finished by the time. But how you been?
all good over on this front. How you been?
Yeah, I'm cool. And I was just I was just giving, just my heartfelt, feelings over to the Caribbean right now.
Oh,
Melissa
for sure, definitely,
definitely
definitely.
beating on them right now. Uh, Shoot, they were saying they might have to make a category 6, like saying like make a new rank. 'Cause they said
Dang,
yeah,
that's some crazy stuff.
they said this hurricane is probably the strongest in Jamaican history since they started recording it, and that was like at least like they say they started doing it since like the late 1800s. That's when they started keeping up with it. So,
Okay,
yeah.
nah,
Well,
yeah,
depending on when they were discovered, I guess. I mean, well, when it was established in the country, whenever they started keeping up with it, like, but yeah,
right,
this was the strongest one recorded so far for them.
right. Nah, that's crazy. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, I reached out to the brother Durain. I didn't get a response back, but I just told him, hey, I hope you're good. I had to
Did he go
put
back
him in.
down?
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, if he did, I hope he's all right. But I know he goes back and forth. So
Yeah,
I had a Jamaican colleague too. I just wished her and her family the best. So
right. Nah, for sure, for sure. I mean, definitely keep all them people in prayer. Like the the thing that's the worst about that type of stuff, especially when it hits like poorer countries, it's not just the initial devastation; it's how long it takes for it to get cleaned up. You know what I'm saying?
right, yeah,
Because Puerto Rico, I mean, took years for Puerto Rico to get back on its feet. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like, same with Haiti after the earthquake. Also didn't help that a bunch of rich companies was in there. Stealing all the resources and
of
everything and
course.
the money and stuff. So, definitely keep them people in prayer, y'all. Or keep everybody prayed up. Just send resources if you can. Send within your means. But yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
But yeah, man. But yeah, I'm just a hump day. Wednesday is the Ben's day. That's what her friends say. But But no, like I said in the text earlier this week, I finally rewatched Colors, and whoo, did I misremember the hell out of that movie?
Colors.
So first off, so when I first, well, I don't know why, like, so it wasn't as long as I remember. I think the only reason why I thought it was 3 hours was because I think the first time I seen it was on BET. So
Okay.
with all the commercial breaks and stuff, I think it made it a 3 hour block. And I remember Don Cheadle's character to just be silent. But yeah, he
See,
had some lines actually.
see, that's the thing. I didn't even know Don Cheadle was up in there.
Yeah, shoot, like the crazy thing is Damon Wayans was in there, and I was like, I forgot this nigga was in
Damon
there,
Wayans was in there.
Yeah, he was like he played one of the Crips, but I think he was supposed to be a
Comedic
like kind
relief.
of like a Sherm head, I guess. Yeah, he was like comedic
I was about to say I can't.
section.
It's hard for me. This that's probably jacked up to say, but it's hard for me to see him in like a serious role. You know what I'm saying? Because like the most serious role I could think of him in is what's that movie with Adam Sandler? But even that was technically a comedy. He just kind of played more the straight guy to Adam Sandler, which is weird because Damon don't usually play the straight guy. But
Oh, when he was a police officer, right?
yeah, he was a cop,
Oh
and then like
yeah.
Adam Sandler was a was like a football player, like ex football player or something.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. I forgot what it was called, but I was like, I don't think I ever watched it like beginning to end though. I always like caught it.
yeah. But yeah, no, I'm trying to think of most. Well, I guess technically on the Lethal Weapon show, he was more of a straight guy on there, because like the white dude was supposed to be like
Yeah, the
the
loose
wild one.
cannon. Yeah.
But like even then, that's kind of comedic. But like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a serious Damon Wayans role, and I can't think of one.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, like I said, I mean, I seen him just play the family man, like, and yeah, like you said, I guess like the most serious is when he had like police roles, but those were still kind of like buddy comedy in a sense. So
Right, because actually, for real, when I think about serious roles, the only ones I could think of out of the brothers for real was like, uh, well, Keenan. Obviously, Keenan had a
mhm.
decent amount of serious roles, and then Marlon. Them is the only Wayne's brothers I can think of with like actual serious roles. Cause
There's
Sean, cause Sean played the straight man a lot, but he, I don't think I ever remember seeing him doing serious stuff though.
oh, okay, yeah, Marlon. Okay, yeah, he did do some serious roles. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I was thinking of Sean actually. I was like, what serious roles was he? Like, I was,
yeah, because like on the show, Sean was always the straight man, right? But every once in a while, they'd let him like go out,
yeah, wild
use
out a
the
bit.
yeah. But yeah, for the most part, he was a straight man on there. Marlon was the one who was like real big and everything. Which like I always
Mhm.
say too, when it comes to like comedic duos and stuff like that, uh I think a lot of people overlook the job of the straight man, because like I've heard people like look back on that show and talk about, oh, Marlon was really funny, Sean didn't do nothing. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like,
Right, like
you know
because
what I mean?
they gotta compliment each other, so they gotta
Right,
bounce off it. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I think a lot of people like underestimate how hard of a job that is not to react or go
Mhm.
as big as you want to. You know what I'm saying?
And also too, like the more straight character can still be silly. Shoot, in the break room, they were playing the Jamie Foxx show. I think it was that episode. I don't know why I'm always forgetting his name, but he was on That's So Raven. Um, he's
Orlando
like,
Brown.
yeah, yeah, but he was like a child,
Yeah.
but he was getting picked on by I think so and so Rashad. I think yeah, like cousin Skeeter guy.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, he was the bully on there, and yeah, there was a scene where Braxton, the usual straight
Oh,
dude,
is that
right?
where he came in with the
Yeah,
iPad? That was so funny.
and the funny part was them kids was taking him serious at first.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I want to know, did he do that before or after he filmed original gangsters. I want to know, was that his audition tape for original gangsters?
You know, I was thinking about that the other day, that movie the other day, and like, the scene, like, especially like the other villain, because he looked pretty old compared to the other gangsters.
Yeah, my
So
theory with
like,
that dude, I think his name was Damien. I done seen that movie so many times. I remember some of the characters' names, but I think that guy you talk about was named Damien. My theory was always that he was like their little homie back in the day. Like,
yeah, that's what I was wondering, because when Braxton got stabbed or whatever, I wonder, like, as he was dying, I was like, damn, nigga, didn't you jump me in though? Like,
well, not nah. See, I wasn't even thinking about him because him to me, I feel like
I
he
mean, I
might have
just
been.
think of those two just because they seem like the most OG out of everybody.
Right, because I was thinking like, oh, I don't think Braxton really knew them. I think he probably grew up with stories about them. But your boy Damien, I think he was probably like their little homie. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, like you said, like y'all jumped me in. Like,
Yeah,
like, what?
like, just imagine you're Damien, and well, I don't even think. Well, it was the other gangsters that shot him, I think. But still, it was just like, all right, nigga, hold on, bro. Like, y'all taught me the game.
Yeah,
And y'all punishing me for using what y'all taught me. Like, what?
right.
Like, just because y'all got straight don't mean we got to. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if you remember when we had watched it together. When we watched it over again together, like at one point, was it like the white mayor or something was like, "Hey, did you start this game?"
yeah,
Like, he's like, back in the day, it was different. It was about protection, knowing that somebody had your back. I'm like, yeah, tell that to the people you pulled a knife on or rod back in the day, dog.
and,
Like,
and I was thinking about that too. Like, when they were training the townsfolk, like, I wonder if one of them gonna be like, "Bitch, didn't you stick me up back in 1978?" Like,
I was
like,
about to say, imagine after school you got
yeah,
robbed
like,
by them repeatedly after school, and then they gonna come back 20 years later talk about we need to clean up the streets.
right.
We, who's we?
Because who was the lady? Was that Pam Grier?
Yeah, Pam Grier.
Yeah, like I like yeah, I'm surprised nobody looked at her like, "Bitch, you pulled a switchblade on me 10 years ago." Like,
Oh man, and you know too, like she was probably one of the only chicks in the crew. You know, she was beating chicks down in that town too,
oh
bro.
my
You
god,
know,
what?
pulling pulling braids out and everything, bro. You
I
bet.
mean, they probably looked at I'm always forgetting that actor's name, but they probably look at Priest like, "Nigga, you chased me down when you got high off an 8 ball and beat
Yeah,
me
like,
senseless.
bro,
I
what?
wasn't
Get
even
out
nigga
of
that
here.
owed you."
Yeah, nah, bro. Bro, ain't no way, bro. Same with your boy, cause Shaft. I think they implied he was part of the gang too. It's like, bro, like, no,
Oh yeah, I forgot Roundtree was in
yeah, he's
there.
barely in it. By the way, him and Priest both is barely in it. You forget they're in there
Yeah.
until like the last like 15 minutes of the movie when they show up,
Yeah, cause I know
kill
they
people.
Yeah, cause they come back for the final battle.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I think Shaft, you only see him when they try to recruit him, and I think he says no at first, right? Or does he say about time? Or
nah, he said no because I think he was something. He was kind of on the same tip as like Fred Williamson's character earlier was like, oh, back in our day, the gang used to mean X, Y, and Z or whatever. But then he said something about too like how they be leaving him alone or something like that. Like they don't really be touched because I forgot what he owned in the town or whatever or what he did, but like apparently he was implying that they don't really be messing with him like that. So he was like, I ain't gonna like
okay,
kick up no stupid stuff, you know, like because essentially he was like, yo, they're wilding, like, and I'm not trying to get no bullet shut up at me because I know because y'all want to go out here fighting and everything, like. But then he, for some reason, did a complete 180 near the end of the movie and helped them kill people anyway. So
right. But and I hate to say this because I know that character was technically probably like a teenager or something, but whoo, well, I don't know. Like, did he die or did he just get knocked out? The nigga with the curls.
um Oh, the little dude, the crazy one.
Yeah.
I think Pam Grill bumped him off. I think Pam
Oh,
Grill
okay. That's
bumped
what I
him.
was wondering. Like, if she knocked him out or actually killed him.
I'm pretty sure he died
Okay.
because like
Okay.
he was the one who actually killed the son, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly.
Yeah. But I was just like, I remember the first time I seen it, I was like, oh, thank goodness. God, man, that
Which like
nigga was a
apparently
villain.
he was a rapper. Because I remember I watched the Prim's, Hood Cinema on it. Apparently he was a rapper. I think his name was Drew Down, and
Oh, the
I've
actor.
never, yeah, yeah, the actor for that character. Yeah, I think his rap name was Drew Down. I never heard any of his songs, but you could kind of tell. I don't know. He sound like a East Coast. He sound like a West Coast dude. So like, cause like
Yeah, that's what
in
I
the
was
way he
wondering because
talked
he
and
looked like,
everything.
yeah, this because of like his hairstyle and stuff. I think like he probably had player music or something.
Right, right, yeah, yeah. I probably I never looked him up, but I wonder what his flow sounded like.
But
But
yeah,
nah,
but
yeah,
when they
I
got rid
just
of
couldn't.
him, I was like, "Ooh, thank goodness!"
Yeah, was it? I just couldn't imagine being one of the regular people in that town. That's all I'm saying. Cause I'm like, hey, bro,
Mhm.
all y'all need to go to jail if we being for real.
And also, I mean, the main character, he's probably like the most luckiest nigga ever. Like, he went from gangbanging to the NFL.
Yeah,
Like,
and so I was thinking about that as well. Now, those are let's just say those are two things I've never been involved with: game banging and playing football. I quit football after the first week. So I'm trying to think, especially in high school, how did he successfully co-lead a gang and do high school football with with to be good enough to get recruited to college and everything? How did he
right? Because you
find the
gotta have
time
good
to do this?
grades.
What'd you say?
That, yeah. I mean, you kind of have to have good grades too. Which I mean, obviously, yeah, I know people cheat and all that, but still, yeah, you gotta have like at least a C average. So yeah, how you leading the
Well,
gang, maintaining a
that's
C
not
average?
unheard of. I remember my mom used to tell me back when my grandma was teaching, she said there was a guy in her class who was like the leader of like a gang, and they would go out like robbing people and selling doing minor drug deals and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But and he would go and threaten other kids, talking about like, oh, if y'all be going up there doing all that goody two shoe stuff in school, like I'm gonna knock you out and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, he was getting straight A's in my grandma's class and everything. He was getting straight A's in dang near every other class. And then here he graduated like on the honor roll, while all the
Oh my
kids
goodness,
that he essentially ruined their academic career, like
that's
like
crazy.
yeah, so that him getting good grades ain't unheard of. I'm just saying, like, where did he find the time? Because he had to learn plays, do football practices, and then after practice, I'm assuming he was just like, all right, instead of going home, I'm gonna go hang with my delinquent
Right.
friends in the gang.
So
I'm
you got no
like,
sleep, basically.
yeah, I'm just like, that's a lot of work to put in to being a delinquent, and then you just got your scholarship and pieced off. I don't know, bro. That's a
Now, I mean, there are some people who are just naturally talented. I mean,
right.
there was a like I don't know how true this story is, but apparently Lawrence Taylor, for some reason, he didn't know that there was a game going on. He got ready in like a couple of hours and put up some good numbers. So I'm just like, what the fuck, this man?
That's crazy.
And of course, the famous interview, like, but it didn't affect my play. I was like, hey, yo. I
Well,
was
there
like,
was a lot of
the
other
most
things
functional
wrong
addict
with Lawrence
ever.
Taylor too. But I don't know, bro. That was all I was questioning with Fred Williams' character in particular. I was just like, hey, bro,
Mhm.
like, how did you find the time? Like, also, I just feel like that's just
Right.
such a waste of energy being a gangster, like, and also being like a student athlete. Like, that's
He's
crazy.
like, "Yeah,
And
one
then
one of these
that
paths won't
town
work
wasn't
out."
that town wasn't that big, so they had to know who he was when they was committing crimes. It was like, oh, you mean the dude who's in all the newspapers because he's one of the star football players on the team? Like, yeah, he robbed me. Number 38 robbed me.
It's like, you know what? Our school got to win the state championships. I'm not gonna press charges, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
But
like,
just know, after
that,
football season, I'm calling the cops. Like,
yeah. No, that's crazy. And then, in that town, that was well, I guess it was implied that like the new version of the gang was drug dealers, but like I just wanted to know in that
but
town.
what was their main hustle then? Yeah,
Right,
like
yeah,
if
yeah. When
they
they first
swore they
started
never
the
touched
gang,
drugs, like what was their main? Were they mugging people? Like like
right, I was about to say because that would have been before like the big like international push of drugs in the country. Like
mhm.
that probably would have came around like what late 70s, early 80s. So they'd have been adults by that point. So
They're probably stealing radios.
yeah, like, and in that town is mad small. Like you probably, and if anything, you just circulating money between each other at that point. Because once you steal the radio, you sell it to the pawn shop, and then somebody goes to the pawn shop and buys the radio back.
Right.
So essentially, you're not making no money. Like you just, uh, yeah, I don't know. I just want to know. Like, also, it couldn't have just been them five people in the gang. Like, there had to be other members. Like, I want to know where'd they all go. Like,
Dude, they probably either died or left. Like,
yeah. Yeah, especially once your boy Damien started taking over, they started killing people, selling drugs. They was like, "Hey, brother, what we doing? This ain't how we supposed to go."
the name is like, just break their neck.
Yeah,
That man was too strong for his own good. Hold
yeah,
on, bro. What was that one outfit Prim pointed out, bro? I was like, damn, bro, why is he wearing that shit, bro?
oh, it was something crazy. I can't remember.
It was a sleeveless something.
Oh yeah,
It was something that
it
wasn't
was
supposed to be sleeveless.
it was like a dress. It was like a dress vest, but he ain't had no shirt under it. And he was just walking around mad. Like, and don't get me wrong, he was kind of stocky. Like, I'm not gonna say he was like weak out here, but also he was flabby in the stomach. So I was just like, you don't got the physique to be wearing this outfit, David. Like, you 45, you need to turn this outfit back in. Like you,
And that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll say, yeah, I kind of agree a little bit. Like, yeah, like Braxton's character, he kind of still looked in place, but
right.
yeah, Damien, he looked like, hey, fellow kids, like like
Right. That's what I was saying. I'm just like like I said, in my head canon, he was like Fred Williams and them little homie back in the day. And then once they all kind of gave up the gang and everything and became citizens, he took it over. And then that's when he started wilding, and then he got himself a little
so
apprentice named
you know,
Spyro.
and that's the thing too. I wonder, like, like up until the day they finally declare war on their old gang, like, I wonder, did they see Damien like making the gang turn downhill? Like the Pam Grills is looking at him and be like, damn, Damien, what the fuck, man? We trusted you.
Damien,
you
this ain't
know,
what we taught you.
like, Shaft is like, what the fuck, man? Like, what is this crack? No.
Damien, what is this? Is this
You're,
cocaine?
you're supposed to hustle pussy. Like, sell lottery tickets, whatever numbers. Sell lottery No, that's an
This
old
my
ass
crew
song.
now.
I know,
This
right?
my crew now.
I
You ain't
mean, like,
telling me what to do no more.
I wonder, like, did one of them try to check them, but he just knocked their ass out, and they just, like,
Oh man,
he
I don't
probably
know, bro.
probably body slammed Jim Brown, and he was like, you know what, I'm leaving. Like, I'm gonna abandon my son. Like,
Nah, bro. The craziest, the what he should have been mad about the fact was Jim Brown. Jim Brown should have been mad about the fact that his son was walking around with that gross looking what perm or whatever that was on his head. Remember, I don't know. The son is barely in it, so I can understand if you don't remember. But like, his son just
I
looked
thought he had
weird.
a cut.
His son just looked strange, bro. He was just a strange looking dude,
I
bro.
mean the I mean the son that he I mean So, like, canonically speaking, he never met him, right? Or
Nah, he never had met that kid. Yeah.
bro,
He
that shit was
he just
funny.
heard
It's
about it
like,
through the grapevine, and some I don't even know how he did the math, but somehow he put two and two together that that was his son, and then was like, "Oh, bet I gotta kill some people over this boy I've never met before in my entire life."
and what did Pam Grier say to him over that? It's like, oh, so he's gonna kill people. It's like,
It was something crazy. Like, I remember she did call him out, like on the fact that, like, oh, you never interacted with him or nothing like that. I don't know. It was something about how he was a deadbeat
mhm.
or whatever. But yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, that movie was wild. Like, I always think about too. I do this with movies sometimes. I think about what was like the next day, like did the National Guard come? Like, cause there was a war zone in the middle of the street. Like,
Well, cause what? Cause I know like the mayor tried his best too. Like, cause was he at the church?
oh, when they had that meeting or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't think he was there for that one. I think he was there for another
Okay,
town.
okay.
But yeah, he tried to like nip it in the bud, but they was pretty much like Fred Williamson was like, "Nah, I ain't hearing it." Essentially. Also, and apparently, like the actor did used to wear stuff like this, but I always questioned the pastor too. He had to be getting kickback money because did you see the gold chains he was wearing and that
Yeah.
big old earring? I was like, I'm like, hey, bro, where you get that from? Like, and
He
he
is-
was helping them, like he was helping them kill the gangsters, and I was just like, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing this.
I mean,
Like,
listen. I mean, the gangsters were killing the congregation off. He need that tithe money, okay? Like,
yeah. Oh man, it was crazy, bro. There was so many failings in that city. Like, yeah, man, everybody was wilding. Like, also,
oh man.
they all this nobody in that town questioned why there was a group of random Mexicans that came every other month with a truckload of arms. Like, that was the other thing.
Bro, like when I rewatched it with you, I was like, dang, I forgot Braxton slammed the Mexican people out. Bro.
And that's what I was like too. I mean, granted, he ended up dying, but I'm like, bro, the Mexicans is definitely coming back about that. They ain't about to just let
Yeah,
you.
like that's what I wanted too.
Like, I'm
But then
pretty
again, I
sure these
guess
was
like
cartel members or at least
yeah, that's what I
cartel
was wondering.
adjacent.
Like, I guess the cartel probably came back like, all right, well, somebody got their ass. Y'all lucky today.
Yeah,
But
because we was
then,
about to nuke this whole town, bro. Like,
but then
we
like,
about to.
I guess we're supposed to assume that like that other gang, the one who shot Damien, I guess they probably just maybe they're gonna. Well, nah, they told them to stay out.
Yeah.
But it's like, are they gonna listen to them?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Also, like that dude was clearly not scared of him. By the way, like,
right?
he was just like, I'll come up in there if I want to, but that's cool that you thought you could threaten me.
Like, I'll let y'all have it this time, old man.
Yeah, no, I mean the way they went about trying to, uh, well, actually, no, they. Truth be told, the real only reason they beat them was because they never just straight up tried to kill Fred Williamson anyway. Like, they tried to beat him up a couple times, but that's what I was saying. I'm just like, bro, this whole situation could just be over if you just wipe out Fred Williamson and Jim Brown right now. It's done. But instead, they let them walk around to the point that they was causing gang wars and stuff and had them bumped off and everything. Like, yeah, it
Yeah, I
was.
think like the one strategic thing they did was like, do like a Trojan horse drive by kind of thing. Like, didn't they do that? Like they stole somebody's car and did a drive by on that rival gang.
No, that was the old people who did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
talking.
I'm saying.
No, I was saying that that was the reason the gang lost was because for real they never really tried to kill Fred Williamson and Jim Brown. Before they would just try to beat them up and intimidate them, and then that's by letting them live so long. That's when they
Oh
formed.
yeah, that was the point I was making. Like that was probably like the only like real strategic thing the older people did. That's because
Right,
he was like, yeah, because like there was really no real effort. Fred Wilkins,
right. That's what I'm
that
saying. Like,
that
y'all kept
choreography,
trying to
bro.
fight
Like,
him. Y'all should have just brought a gun and shot him like his daddy. Like, y'all should have just shot him. Like,
Bro, that shit, bro, that fight choreography was funny as hell. It's like I mean,
Yeah,
and I know he's supposed to be a real martial artist, but I'm like, all right, bro, like you could have at least did
yeah.
the moves that you're in shape to do,
I
like
was about to say, yeah, because you could tell like he could not be doing. I think it was Kyokushin karate that Fred Williamson practiced, but like, yeah, you could tell that your boy could not do the moves no more because it's kind of like it's well, I think we was just talking about it the other day. It's kind of like when you watch like Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger do movies and stuff now. It's like you can tell y'all cannot be doing the stuff y'all used to do because
oh yeah.
yeah, because when they
I still gotta watch that new Rambo because I heard he was doing some shit in there. I'm like, all right, sit
yeah,
y'all.
it was it. I didn't. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of it, but like I just felt like after you had such a success from the one previous to that, because like that was a shock when that came out, because everybody was like, "Oh snap! Like this is kind of dope," and it was going crazy. After that, I just felt like either leave it go or you gotta find better ways to make it look like Sylvester can move. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
and all right, so with Stallone, I thought he moved pretty decently in the first two Expendables movies, but in them last two, bruh, he's barely in the fourth one. Spoiler for that, in case.
Mhm.
But in the third one, especially, you could tell your boy wasn't moving at all. Like I don't know what happened between the second one and the third one,
See,
but other than time, but like, yeah, he was moving real wild in that.
and that's what I respect about Balboa because they're at least like self aware of Rocky's
Right,
age, so they was like, all right, we gonna fight like you know a older person. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
we're gonna train you like that.
right.
So yeah, so that's why I like how they adapted him on that one.
But but to my point, he was moving pretty good in there, and like and then because I think he did the first Expendables movie, I think like a year or two after that. And then yeah, he was doing pretty good in that one. I say he was really good in the second one. Like he had a fight scene with John Claude Van Damme, and like that one, unless like I gotta rewatch it because maybe I'm just looking at it through like nostalgia goggles, but I'd argue he was moving pretty dope in that second one, like with John
Okay.
Claude Van Damme. But like then again, also it's John Claude Van Damme, so he can sell, like he can sell some stuff. You know what I mean? Like now, the one actor I can say hasn't really got hit by that age restriction yet is like other than John Claude Van Damme, Jason Statham. I so
Mm.
far I haven't. Granted, you can tell he don't move as fast as he used to in like let's say like the Transporter movies,
Right.
but yeah, so far like when you watch his newer stuff, like he still moves pretty dope. Like he's still pretty cool. Uh, you know, but I will say that I don't know if you ever watched the Expendables movies, but I don't know.
I think
I
I
don't know
watched
how they kind of fumbled the bag on
the
those, but
first one.
like one of the biggest draws to me was that it was a vehicle for older action stars to like throw down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like like when Chuck Norris showed up in the second one, I remember everybody lost their mind on that one. Like, and granted, he ain't do no
Oh
fight
yeah.
scenes, thank God, because if he had thrown a punch, his whole body would have shattered. But so he he ain't do no
Yeah, I
fight
mean, yeah,
scenes.
but I definitely appreciated that concept. It's like, yeah, you know what, man? Let's just appeal to all the people, yeah, like just appeal to that generation and, newer generations too. Like, Jet Li, that's kind of like our childhood sort of like,
Right,
he
right.
was
Yeah, that
so
was sad when because that was one of the saddest things about the third one is like you could tell that was when Jet Li got sick. Is
mm,
like and he couldn't do the stuff no more because he was barely in it, and then he shows up at the very end, and then he all he did was shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that was like one of the saddest things about like him not being able to come back. What was it? I thought Terry Crews was dope in the movies. Wesley
oh
coming
yeah,
in.
that was my favorite scene on the first one. He came through with that
with
automatic
that
shotgun. I was
shotgun.
like, God
Yeah,
damn.
boy, that better remember that shit on Christmas. um, yeah, which like I remember when the first one came out, I remember a lot of people was confused why he was in there because everybody was kind of like, is this
Yeah, I
supposed
was
to be like
confused too, only because like he fit. I mean, he fit the
the look, but like he
Yeah,
don't
he
really,
just
he's not
wasn't
really an
a
action
yeah,
star.
yeah, he wasn't an action legend or nothing like that. So
Because if
yeah.
anything, you'd have thought for that type of role, especially at the time, I'm pretty sure Michael Clark Duncan was still alive for the first one. Because you'd have thought
I
that they
think
got him.
so.
And then, or like Bing Rain.
Or original Yeah, or originally go with Wesley. But they probably did. He probably didn't want to at first.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what the timeline was at. Because when did Wesley actually go to jail?
Oh, that's true. Um,
Well, because
well,
like for instance, the
well,
third
so
movie
when did Brooklyn's Finest come out? Because that's
that
when
was
that
'09.
yeah, so he was freshly out, wasn't he? Like when that
Yeah,
came
because
out.
I think like that was supposed to be his big movie after prison was Brooklyn's Finest.
Then didn't Expendables come after Brooklyn's Finest?
Yeah, the third
Okay.
one dropped in like 15 or 16 because they had a whole like meta joke about busting his character out of prison at the beginning. And then like part of the whole thing with his character was that he had like PTSD from prison.
Mm.
And it was a meta thing. Like I think like Wesley like, tweaked the story so like they low key put a prison storyline up in there for him or whatever. But yeah, no, that yeah, he was only in the third one. But you tell that movie is such a product of its time when you watch it though, of like that year, because like the female expendable was Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah.
And then I think like one of the other dudes was well actually no, Glenn Powell was in it, which I always forget he was up in that movie because like I just be forgetting that he had big roles before Top Gun Maverick. But yeah, Glenn Powell's in there. What's the one Mexican boxer dude was up in there too.
Oh,
Ah
like he's an actual boxer.
yeah, yeah. I forget his name. And then one of the dudes from Twilight was up in there. Like the buff brother from Twilight. Like he was one of the main characters up in there. And then Antonio Banderas was in there. Yeah,
Oh,
but
cool. Okay.
yeah. But nah, yeah. Like I said, I don't know what happened with them last two movies. I just feel like, well, Sylvester Stallone's mindset is definitely not the same as it used to be. Like, I I feel like the more conservative he got, the less like he really cares about his projects other than the Rocky stuff. Like I feel like he was
Mm.
really dedicated to that. The only reason he wasn't in Creed 3 was because he was beefing with the producers. But other than that, like for instance, like with the way that Expendables 4 even came out, like there was no real fanfare for it at all. Like I remember the trailer dropped and nobody was barely talking about it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And then it just got released under
That
the
was the one that had
radar.
50 Cent in it.
Yeah, 50 Cent, Megan Fox, something Tran. What was her name?
Oh, Levy Tran?
Yeah, Levy Tran, and there was like two other people in there that I can't think of their names at the top. Was it? Oh, your boy from the Raid was one of the villains in there. Uh,
Oh, okay.
and no, he was
I
the
still gotta
main
watch
villain.
that.
He was the main villain. That's right. Yeah, your boy from the Raid was in. Oh, Tony Jaa. That's right. Tony Jaa was in there too. Yeah, Iko Iwas, that's the dude from the Raid. Iko Iwas,
Okay.
and then Tony Jaa was also in there. But
Speaking of Tony Jaa.
yeah, you could tell like they didn't really care because like Iko Iwas's character barely had any story around him whatsoever. He was just a bad Asian dude who could fight. Like that was essentially it. Like I may not have liked the third one, but at least Mel Gibson's character had a backstory around him, like that they crafted. Whereas, like, yeah, your boy Iko Iwas, they was just like, listen, he about to do some flips, he about to pull out a knife, and he about to start fighting. Don't ask us to do nothing else
Right.
here. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you could tell Stallone just was just throwing that movie out because he could. Like you know. And yeah, the third one kind of felt slapped together too, mainly because like they brought these younger cast members in there, but like again, they also didn't really give them any development. Like you didn't really care about them. Like the second one to me was the dopest out of the four of them. Like the second one was really hard. Like Jean Claude Van Damme's like people like were dope. His second in command was Scott Adkins. Like, and there was this fight between Scott Adkins and Jason Statham that was dope, bro. That fight was hard. Like I still remember that fight. Um, but yeah, no, I just felt like with the third and the third one especially, there was a lot of fanfare around it, but it just didn't hit. Whereas yeah, like I said, the fourth one they just
Because what was supposed to be the pull around the third one? Was that the Wesley Snipes entry or
yeah. So that was one of the big
okay?
pulls for the third one was that yo Wesley Snipes about to do some crazy action stuff. He been out of prison for a few years, but like yo he in here. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And he hooking up with all these action legends. And then like the other big pull was that the bad guy was Mel Gibson. Like that was the
Oh,
other
okay.
yeah, because Mel Gibson apparently they was implying that he and Sylvester Stallone started the Expendables together, and then he like screwed him over and killed his original team, which like they they implied from the first one that there was other Expendables who died, but like they never went into detail on that. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It was a lot. It was a big execution, but yeah, I mean, it was a big plan, but really not great execution. Like, also, they had Antonio Banderas up in there acting a fool, bro. Like, and I know he could play comedic, but that was just he wasn't even acting that goofy in the Spy Kids movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had him in there acting.
Was he a hero or a villain?
He was one of the heroes. I guess like his backstory was like he was also a mercenary because the reason that the young mercenaries come in the third one is like when Sylvester Stallone realizes that Mel Gibson pops up in there, he's like, "Yo, I don't want my core people to die." So he just decides he goes to I guess Kelsey Grammer comes in the third one. He's supposed to be like this recruiter of mercenaries, and he's
Hmm.
like, "Yo, build me a team of like young people who I don't really care about. So just in case he kills me and us, I'm not really gonna feel too bad." Like, and so Antonio Banderas like was trying desperately to get on the team and he like talks a lot and he like goes like a mile a minute and there's a part where they slow him down and like he explains why he acts like that or whatever but like and it was pretty cool. I mean also Antonio Banderas is a great actor so he sold that scene but like yeah it was just weird like they made him act like real heightened and stuff and well, I think too another issue for me is like because they bring in the younger guys and because in the story, Sylvester Stallone don't want to use his core guys or whatever, they're benched for a majority of the movie until he needs them again near the end. And so I'm kind of just like, oh, well, I mean, like I want to see Jason Statham like do his knife stuff and everything. Also, yeah, they had Terry Crews laid out dang near the whole movie. He gets hurt at the beginning of the movie
Hmm.
and he's like barely there. I guess they brought one black guy in and had to sit the other one down. Like there was Walking Dead rules because
Oh my god, what was that? Not another teen movie? Like I know. I'm supposed to stay out of the way and only
yeah.
say words like "damn," that's whack or something like that.
Nah, bro. It was Walking Dead rules, bro. Walking Dead for the longest they did that. Every time a new black dude came, the previous black dude is going down, bro. And then with
Mhm.
black women, they barely show up. So, good luck with that. But um but it was almost the same with black women, but the black dudes especially, bro. Like that was just like Morgan was in the first episode and he leaves. T Dog pops up and is the black guy, I guess, there until season 3 when your boy Tyrese shows up and T Dog is dead. I think I can't remember if it was either that episode or the next episode that T Dog died. But then uh oh wait, actually hold on. I'm wrong. T Dog died Then there was another black dude who was at the prison in season 3 who named Oscar. That's right. I forgot about Oscar. Oscar dies, then Tyrese shows up. That's right. Then they get a new. There's a second black dude comes in season 4 with Bob, aka D'Angelo Barksdale from The Wire. Shout out to him. And so then there's two black dudes, and then let's see, um, Bob dies season 5 almost as soon as another Wire alum, Seth Gilliam, he played Carver on The Wire. As soon as Carver comes up, Father Gabriel is the character's name. Soon as Father Gabriel gets introduced, Bob is dead, and then everybody hates Chris. I wish I knew that boy's name, but he popped up later on in season 5, and almost immediately I think like him and Tyrese shared one scene together, and then Tyrese is dead. So now it's just uh the black dudes is just Father Gabriel and Noah. That's everybody hates Chris character. Then they go to this new community, and there's two other black guys there, and one guy's kind of in the background, but the other guy is Dr. Dre from Straight Outta Compton. Corey Hawkins, I think is the actor's name. Yeah. Guess what? Noah dies. Everybody hates Chris. He gone. Bye bye. There's too many black dudes on the show. Yeah, no, like the black dude card is just so bad in The Walking Dead. It's crazy. It was just a revolving door. You know,
Just can't keep not you can't have more than one. Sorry.
oh, bro, they had a quota and they was sticking to it, bro. They just, thank God Glenn, when it would have been really messed up if when Glenn died, they introduced another Asian dude. But
Oh my
like,
goodness.
but thank
Hooray,
God
here's your
that's
new
not what
model.
happened. Yep. But yeah, but nah, man. But no, yeah, them Expendables movies used to be dope. I wish they could get back to that because I remember like I remember after the first and the second one, everybody was like fan casting who they wanted for the next one, bro. Like, I was trying to think, like, bro. Well, also, I mean, first off, the fact that they never got Jackie Chan up in one of them is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they ever approached him and he was just like, no, like, But
Well,
yeah,
because he
that'd be
still
cool.
does movies in China and stuff. That's the thing. Like, so it's not like he stopped doing it. Like, he still does action movies over in China. He does a bunch of them over in China. He did that
I mean,
one
because
that
now,
had
like,
the international release. It was called The Foreigner, where he was like over in Ireland or something, killing everybody up. Like,
oh man, I got to watch his newer stuff because I heard his newer stuff was like pretty intense. Like,
The Foreigner was dope. Because that's like the only like English based one that I've seen. Because I haven't watched any of his Chinese released ones. Actually, no, I
okay,
did
that,
watch
that,
one that was made in China. It was a Chinese production, but it did have some white people in it. It had Adrian Brody and it had John Cusack. And I'll be honest, it wasn't that great, but it was called like The Dragon's Gate or something. Essentially, like John
mm,
Cusack is supposed to be this leader of a Roman legion, and they're trying to protect like this little boy who's supposed to be the next Roman emperor or whatever. He's the second son of the Roman emperor, but
what?
his brother got his brother who was Adrian Brody, which like Adrian Brody's like 40 something years old, but and this little boy was like 8. But then again, when you think about real world history, that actually did kind of happen sometimes. That wild age differences between siblings. So
Oh, so that was a period piece.
yeah, but it wasn't based on nothing historical. Well, okay, I guess there's supposed to be this fictional town that's like a melting pot of different cultures or whatever, and that's where like Jackie Chan and them's people supposedly run it, and in China, because like I guess like John Cusack and them somehow escaped to China, but I
Hmm.
don't know. But yeah, I guess they said technically that town existed. They just I guess when the creative team found out about the town and then they crafted a fictional story around the town. So
Okay.
I guess the town actually existed, but none of that story was real. I did see
Okay.
that though, because that was a Chinese. it may have been a Chinese production, but it was like kind of like how we was talking about a Great Wall. You know what I'm saying? Like Great Wall Chinese production, but they had like a bunch of white people in
Right,
it.
right.
But in terms of like any of his other stuff, apparently he made one with John Cena actually a couple years ago. That was another
Really? John
Chinese
Cena?
production.
Wow.
I didn't watch it. I haven't heard anybody talk about it either. But yeah, no, I in terms of his newer stuff, no, I haven't seen anything but that Dragons thing. And that I think came out in like 2013, 2015. So that's not even new for real. Like I haven't but yeah, apparently like he just his biggest income is like them Chinese movies he be making.
I mean, yeah, I know he be putting them out. But I know there was well, I know now they made a 5. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're definitely gonna put or at least approach John Bernthal to be in it now. Like
For what?
no, they made like an Expendables 5. Like that's what I
Oh,
was
I
saying.
mean they can try, but after how that last one did, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I think that was the other issue is like, okay, you kept some of the same people, but like a lot of the people you kept don't really have the big draw. And like, for instance, they didn't even get Terry Crews back. Like in the new additions, other than 50 Cent and Megan Fox, they couldn't really sell the movie on any of the new additions. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like, cause for real, even with Ego UIs and Tony Jaa being in it, like most mainstream audiences don't know who that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? They may have seen the raid, and at the end of the day, they'll be like, "Oh, I think that's the dude from the raid." But like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then also, like I said, the story was kind of whack. Like they didn't really. Oh wait, actually, I'm tripping. Andy Garcia was the CIA agent in that movie. That's right. Because
You said Andy Garcia?
after the second one, yeah, because after the second one, they just kept swapping CIA agents because Bruce Willis was the CIA agent in the first two, and then he was supposed to come
Yeah.
back for the third one. But I remember this because I remember again I used to be really into the movies. And I remember like I was couldn't wait to hear about the third one, and then that's when there was a whole big controversy back in the day that uh Bruce Willis last minute when they was doing contract negotiations was like he wanted $1 million more or something like that. And
Uh,
like Stallone was ticked and he went bashing him all over like the internet and everything. It was talking about like it's a shame when one man thinks he's bigger than the program or something like that. And like it was crazy. And so they po- like apparently killed him off, but like you don't see it. They just talk about it. And then yeah, Harrison
oh,
Ford is the CIA
give a
agent, the third
give a
one.
off screen death. Damn, that's a
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, like they just have like essentially Stallone's like, "Oh, what happened to Mr. Church?" Like that was his CIA name. And Harrison Ford was like, I dropped him in a hole and then dropped him in another hole or whatever." Like so essentially it was implied that he's dead. And then
Mm.
they don't even reference in the fourth one what happened to Harrison Ford. They was just essentially like, yeah, Andy Garcia is the new CIA agent. Like that's it. Like that's it. Like he's
I
here.
mean, they couldn't drop him in a hole into another hole.
Right. I don't know, bro. And yeah, like I said, I mean they might, especially since Sylvester Stallone is like one of Trump's ministers of Hollywood or whatever that means, but he might be able to pull it off to get a fifth one. Like if he hustles enough conservative billionaires, he might be able to get some money on it, but like I don't
Damn,
know
could
who would
be.
attach their name to it now. Like I said, if this was after the hype of the second one, I can see how people would flock to the third one. But after how the third and the fourth one did, I can't imagine
Mm.
anybody want to attach their name to that right now. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Anybody could do it. Real talk, in terms of like a dope villain, Nick Cage, I know he's like he's had a rebrand in Hollywood, but bruh, tap back into the crazy bag. I would love to see him play an Expendables villain and
That'd be interesting.
he don't really be doing fight scenes like that. But like, I would love to see him do an Expendables villain. That would be dope. Or John Travolta actually, because John Travolta he plays a good villain too. Like he's not only
Nah,
did he
man,
play the
you
evil
gotta.
version in Face Off, but there was another movie by whoever did Face Off. It was like the famous Asian Chinese director. John Woo, yeah, he did
Okay.
another John Woo movie called Broken Arrow, where he was just straight up the villain in that movie. Yeah, he was wild in that.
Nah, bro. Like you should just find one of those like one of those brave production companies and be like, hey, Mr. Spacey,
Oh
technically you're not
wow,
good for this
that'd be
shit.
some
So
crazy stuff, bro. That'd be wild.
give him a comeback, bro.
That'd be so wild, bro. Nah, I'm trying to think like who could they possibly get to join the team in that? Because I feel like in order to like really sell it, you'd have to get some young people in there. But like a lot of the young actors probably ain't like the real artsy young actors probably ain't doing this. You gotta get some like
I
somebody off
mean,
of one of them teen shows or something. You gotta get somebody off of one of them.
you know
Like
what? Yeah, I was gonna say like, hmm. I was gonna say Shalamont, but I think, but I guess the most
I
action
can't see
action
him in
he'll
doing
get
that.
will be the you know, the Dune movies.
Even if his career was at the point that he would be doing an expendable movie, I can't see him in there. Like he would stick out too much to me. Like it's one of the same reasons I be having problems with him in Dune. Like I love the movies and his acting is great, but every times where I be watching, I'll be like, bruh, they would break this little skinny dude, bruh. Like,
Hey man, hey, show some respect to Paul Atreides, bro. That was
no, I can't
um,
imagine Chalamet doing it at all.
I mean, yeah, I don't really know any I don't really know a lot of newer people. I mean, I guess the guy who played A Train, he could probably do it.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
guess, yeah.
you know, I
Because
mean,
like
her
essentially
and
their
Tiana
business
Paris is
model,
pretty versatile. I can see her
yeah.
doing an action role.
See, that's the thing. They be real limited on the amount of women they let up in there. Because like there was that Chinese shorty in the second one, and then in the third one it was just Ronda Rousey, and then in the fourth one it was Megan Fox and Levy Trent.
Mm.
So they be like real limited on like how many women they went up in there. So cool. I remember actually after the hype of the second one, I remember there
Well,
was rumors
Dwayne.
flying around Hollywood that they wanted a an all female one, which
Mm.
that probably would have sold, but I imagine the studios just got scared and didn't do it. Because like you imagine if after the hype of the
Oh
second
man,
one,
what?
if
Them them incel YouTube channels will be eating off of that, bro.
oh now I'm talking about like after the hype of the second one, like I said, because the second one there was a lot of hype built around it, and it did pretty well too.
Oh, okay. So after the second one, they were proposing that.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
rumors
okay,
flying
okay.
around because, like, I remember like people was thinking like it was gonna be like, I was Shorty from Alien, Sigourney Weaver. Like people was thinking
Mm,
like it was gonna be like Sigourney Weaver and like Shorty from Terminator and like Mila Jovovich or whatever. Like, that's the girl from Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich.
okay.
Yeah, I remember there was a decent amount of rumors flying around back then, but then it never happened.
That actually would have been pretty dope.
But no, they can't make it now, bro. They can't.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
A again, Sylvester Stallone is like Trump's one of Trump's ministers of Hollywood. So
That's crazy.
which is he picked three of the most washed people to be his ministers of Hollywood. By the way, it was Stallone, Mel Gibson, and John Voight. They all 3 days away from dying, dog. Like you couldn't
Bro.
find nobody else.
I remember Trump's first term when John Boyd got all weird, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah, because before it was just rumors that he was weird, because like how apparently like how like Angelina Jolie don't rock with him and stuff. There was always just rumors, but like uh nobody ever knew that he was weird. And then yeah, he started doing that at the campaigns and stuff. Same thing with Stallone. I didn't know.
I
I
mean,
mean, I guess I should have
I
figured.
mean, Clint Eastwood yelled at a chair, so I
Yeah,
mean, that's
and I guess I should have figured Stallone was kind of weird, but like especially after making Creed, this is crazy to say, but like, bro, you got black friends. What you doing all this Trump stuff for?
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I
that's
had no idea until like I want to say uh I think it was like 2020 or something. They say he was hanging out in Mar-a-Lago and everything. I'm like, hey yo,
Oh,
like I
well,
said, John Voight and Mel Gibson makes sense, but like
yeah.
finding out that Stallone was a weirdo is crazy.
Yeah, because you know we are in because you know Mel Gibson's like what an anti-Semite, he's racist,
Right.
like he's you know he's the perfect MAGA,
Right. Yeah.
not American by the way.
Right.
Like,
Crazy, bro.
I wonder like on the why is I don't know like because he's supposed to be Australian, right? Mel Gibson, or
That's the thing. I be so confused because sometimes when he do interviews, I hear him with an accent, with the Australian accent. And then there be other times when he'll do the interviews, I don't hear the accent, and I be so confused because I be like, "Hey,
yeah,
ain't you
because his
Australian?"
accent, I don't think I think his accent, I think he kind of lost it sort of because
He been
you know
playing
you
American too long.
yeah, 'cause, you know, you remember them leaked phone calls or whatever,
Yeah.
like
What was he calling? It was he on his daughter, right?
No, he was yelling at his girl, or well, it could have been his wife at the time. I don't know. That nigga said you get raped by a pack of niggers. I was like, hey, yo. And he said some other, he was like, you're supposed to just smile and blow me. And like, he was actually like, panting, like,
That's funny, bro. I was a kid when
yeah.
that happened, so like
He was
I don't
melting
remember the ins and
down.
outs, especially because there were like two other phone scandals. Because I remember the Alec Baldwin one when I was a kid when he
Oh
was
yeah, now
screaming at
that
his
he was
daughter.
yelling at his daughter.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
remember there was another one where like it was David Hasselhoff was drunk. I think like his daughter
Oh, he was
recorded him.
like on video or something,
Yeah, he
wasn't
was
he?
like
Like he was like
eating a
drunk on
cheeseburger or
video.
something like that, and he was like, was like out of the three scandals, that's not as bad, but it was still
Yeah, that's
crazy.
not as. I mean, it's that. Well, yeah, nothing is as bad as Mel Gibson, but I think what Alec Baldwin, like what, like, well, okay,
He called
that's
her.
some
He
hard
was like
shit
calling her
to.
a pig and all
Yeah, that's
types
some
of
hard
crazy
shit to
stuff.
say to a kid, but it's like I'm pretty sure that kid was probably doing something. I don't know, like
Well, my mom talked about it one time. And I think from what she has said, she said it was like a custody battle type thing, and she was supposed to go to his house like
Oh,
every other weekend or something, and like at she was finding ways to either get out of it or like making it a bad time when she was over there. I think they said that like, she got like poisoned, her head poisoned by the mom or whatever, and
oh,
like yeah, it was like and then like I guess one day she called or tried to cancel or something like that, and like that's when he went nuts, and apparently he was also
oh,
maybe
well, okay.
intoxicated, but I don't know.
Never mind then. I'm over here thinking it was like some parental discipline shit. Okay, now you can.
Well, I
I
guess
mean, cause like,
I
I
guess
mean,
he did
granted,
have like proper anger. It was just the way he expressed it. Like,
yeah, his expression wasn't good.
yeah,
I mean, because like, I mean, now granted, this person was a whole adult, but everybody was on Kirk Franklin's side.
right.
Like it's like nigga, I will choke. What he say? He said, I will break your neck, nigga.
Oh man, Kirk was going off, bro.
But it's like, yeah, it's so funny because it was like, what man? Kirk's son ran to the internet thinking we was gonna agree with him.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
But
Especially
yeah,
because Kirk
no.
had already been in a scandal before. Like this ain't new. Like like
I mean, but like, but Christian celebrity scandals be different from
right.
like normal celebrity scandals.
If he
Like,
survived the porn scandal,
yeah, that's what
he'll
I'm
be all
saying.
right.
It's like, nigga, like, oh my god, Kirk Franklin looked at pornography. Like, okay, the fuck. But
I was
Christian ain't supposed
I remember I
to.
was watching this thing on All Def Digital, the YouTube channel. It was one of their older episodes where what is it? I think they was talking about like 90s like male bands or whatever, like black
Mhm.
bands or something. And the one comedian, bro, he's so funny. I think his name's Tony Baker, and he was talking about like
Oh, I
that's the
heard of
problem.
him.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, that's the problem with Christian music. Like, y'all need some vices. He said all the people with the vices got the best music. He said, because all the boy bands was doing like crazy crabs and stuff. He said, Kirk Franklin's dope. He had poor
Yeah.
scandal. He said, hey man, if y'all want to do better, start having some vices. He said, Fred Hammond, you need to do some coke or something. uh but
Wow.
nah, bro. Yeah, the whole thing is crazy. What is it? Let me look at the time. Oh yeah, we definitely over. All right. What is it? I had no idea. I wasn't even paying attention. But
Yeah, man. That's how the flowing go.
hey, for sure. Hey, but if you ain't have nothing else, I guess that's a good place to stop it. You got
Yeah,
something else?
yeah. Oh, no, no, yeah. We can end it here.
Okay, bet. All right, y'all. That's another chill stream with your boys at the SOS podcast. 2/3 of us, by the way. Our brother Los couldn't be here tonight, but that's all right. Yeah, you know what it is. It's we out here as most dope. I'm B. We got Tenzin over there. Yo, you got anything to shout out? Got anything to throw out there? Any last minute
I mean,
announcements?
like I said, like we said, at the beginning of the show, man, our heart goes out to the
For
people
sure.
in the Caribbean, especially Jamaica. Also, next month, to our SNAP and WIC recipients, we're sorry.
Yeah,
That's
for
all.
sure.
I ain't vote for that nigga, but
Yeah,
shit. Um,
yeah,
Peace be with y'all.
for
Because it's
sure.
gonna be hard on everybody. I heard there was a lot of layoffs.
Yeah, layoffs, everything is, and and what somebody was breaking down to me today that I saw that a lot of people don't realize, like, okay, with the loss of benefits and everything, a lot of people, a decent amount of people in this country aren't going to be able to go to the grocery store. Meaning, grocery stores are going to start losing money because they're not making the sales that they want. So
and then the
how
farmers are about to go leg up too.
or that, but okay, so when these stores don't make their required sales, what are they going to do? They're going to realize that they're losing money. And how do most businesses recoup money? By
Raising the
jacking up
price.
the price. You know what I'm saying? So for all y'all who think that this don't affect you because you're not on SNAP benefits, this affects all of us. And to all y'all as well who have this idea, because like the funding for food banks is going up too, not just SNAP. Some of y'all have this idea that people on SNAP or who go to food banks or soup kitchens or something, that these people are just all a bunch of welfare queen lazies who just don't work or whatever. All right. Now, the concept of welfare queens and stuff like that is problematic anyway, and it was only started by Reagan to denounce essentially poor black people because that's mainly who he was going after. But let's say you take that at face value and there are those people out there. Not to say, nobody would ever say that some of them type people don't exist. I got a couple people I know in my life who are like that. But the majority of those people who receive SNAP benefits and stuff aren't lazy good for nothings who just sponge off the government. Most of the people who receive SNAP benefits or go to food banks and stuff are people who still actually work. They work one or maybe even two jobs and still can't afford enough food to keep them and their children fed. Those are most of the people who receive these benefits or go to food banks or go to soup kitchens or stuff like that.
Also, most of the food stamp recipients and all that are in the red states. And guess who's quiet again? The centrist. That's all I want to say.
Oh, also, no, no, take it a step further. Guess what most of them people look like? Not like you and me. the Y'all looking for Jamal and Bonquisha, y'all should be looking for Mike and I don't know what was Donna.
Annabelle and
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Tammy and
Yeah, and Bubba and
Thelma
all that.
Lou.
Yeah, go look for them because them is the ones who be on the SNAP benefits and stuff like that. They may not call it food stamps, but they may call it something else, or they just might not call it anything at all because they don't want people to know. And they some of the same ones who be strapping on them red hats, marching around, ranting and raving, talk about Trump this, Trump that, blacks this, all that other stuff. And y'all
Mhm.
stuff about to get cut off. And I'm not saying I want y'all stuff to get cut off because some of y'all probably got kids who I don't want to starve. If you starve, I don't really care that much. But you know what I'm saying?
Dang, it keeps happening. But yeah, as B was pointing out, yeah, I mean, we don't. Okay, B said his computer crashed, but as he was saying, yeah, like it's not like we don't want you to have it. We hate the fact that this is going to be taken away. But Trump supporters, y'all know who you are, you know who you voted for, and he told you exactly what the fuck was going to happen. And this is what's happening now. And to my centrists out there, I notice your silence. You're not slick. All right, so peace out, everybody. We'll see you next week.